Hey guys, Chill, what's up, 07? Welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man X2. In the last episode, we infiltrated the remaining X-Hunter base, took out their gigantic mechanoid and two of their Mavericks, Wire Sponge and Wheel Gator. And in this episode, we'll be going after Bubble Crab, Flame Stag, and hopefully some of the X-Hunters themselves. Of course, let's get started with Bubble Crab. Now, unfortunately, compared to Launch Octopus from X1, I don't think Bubble Crab is as good of a water Maverick. In fact, I don't even think he looks much like a crab at all. I'm not sure what he looks like, but who am I to judge? No, his music's pretty good, though. Take a listen for yourself. I don't know, I find it strangely calming. Anyway, we can use the newly acquired spin wheel that we got to break through those platforms and get down here. Let's ignore these fish bots. I think that's what they are. And drop down here. And what do we find but a bit of a mini-boss, actually. I'm not sure what exactly this submarine fish's purpose is, but there is something important about this thing. As you saw in the last episode, we actually have the X-Hunters to deal with now. If you want to deal with one that appears in this stage specifically, you gotta destroy this thing. Otherwise, you will miss out on the opportunity. Or at least beat it to a certain position, because if you don't, it will get stuck, and you will be unable to progress. You can destroy this thing if you want. I don't actually have to, since, well, we're not going after the X-Hunters in this area, so we're not going to worry about that. But for now, we head this way. Miss that. Unfortunately, that's where the heart tank is for this place, so we got to go up and grab it again. Please be on the lower... Yo, got it this time. Oh. And that's our second heart tank. Wonderful. But as I mentioned, we can always revisit any stage we missed the upgrades in, so don't get too upset if you miss out on some of the upgrades in this place, because there's a lot of them, and some of them you do got to backtrack for. Heck, in this place specifically, you got to backtrack with Bubble Crab's weapon just to get one of the upgrades, so don't fret too much about it. Anyway, drop down here, shoot these jellyfish. At least I think that's what they are. Head over here. Pick up some of that to refill our sub-tank that we used in the last episode. Oh, get zapped by that fish. Shoot you. Grab you. Ow. Unfortunately, these guys are a bit annoying, but not too hard to deal with. The hardest part about this part is... Or, hardest part of this part, what am I saying? Come on. Hardest part about this stage, honestly, is the fact that there's quite a bit of bottomless pits. I don't think this water stage is too bad, but I think X1's Launch Octopus is much better overall as both a Maverick and as a stage, because honestly, I like the beach idea for it. As you can see, though, the fish bot heads up that way. We could pursue it if we want, but that's actually not the path we're supposed to go. We're supposed to head this way. Let the water drain so we can actually properly progress without swimming controls. Get some health back. Deal with these, I guess, screwdriver bots. Take you out. Take you out. Shoot you. And up there actually is where we would drop down. The path that the fish went to, of course, is where one of the X-Hunters would be located if they were in this stage, but since they're not, we don't gotta worry about them. Let's just head this way. And of course, the weakness for Bubble Crab here is the spin wheel, so let's equip that. And let's deal with him. I think he's got a kind of an interesting fight, though. He's a bit of a short Maverick. And I don't know why he spews fire out of his shoulders, of all things, but he's a fun fight. So he puts up a bubble shield, controls around, and he will try to ignite his back on you. But since we got the spin wheel, we can break through that shield pretty easily and damage him. Okay, you're jumping pretty high, actually. Unfortunately, you can only have one of these down at a time. Ooh, shooting bubbles. At least he lived up to his namesake as Bubble Crab, but still. Use another spin wheel. Pop that. Come on, run into it. Thank you. Oh, he almost ran into it again. Dang. Oh my god, he killed himself! That was a poor decision on your part, Bubble Crab, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know what he was planning there, but Good for him, I guess. He went out the way he wanted. That's the first time I've seen him intentionally kill himself. Usually he chases X, not to run away from him. But of course, let's get that weapon. Turn a weird shade of yellow, which is weird because that's not even a color on his body. And yet, Bubble Splash. Doesn't seem like much, but its upgrade form is pretty fun. It's actually, I guess, the first proper shield weapon for this game. Don't need to save. Now, where are you guys going? Okay, you're in there. Someone actually is in Flame Stag stage. Ooh, interesting. So, I believe that Agile went over into Flame Stag stage. That's not the X Hunter that I would like to approach, though, that's in this stage. If I wanted to deal with these guys the right way, I would actually want to have them in a different order. So, what I'm going to do is go to Wheelgator stage. Have X realize that he left the stove on. Leave. You can revisit any stage and exit whenever you want. And upon leaving and going back to the main menu, the X Hunters shuffle. This is a pretty useful tactic if you want to try and get a specific X Hunter out of the way first. In this way, it actually makes it way easier for me to deal with these guys because, as it turns out, the X Hunter that's now positioned here, Violin, is weak to the Bubble Splash, so let's go fight him. He's not the one to go away go away first if you kill a certain amount of Mavericks, but he is the second, and I think he's probably the most annoying to deal with in my opinion, so let's take him out. But of course, we got a Fire Maverick to deal with, and unlike Bubble Crab here, I actually think that Flame Stag's better than Flame Mammoth the next one. For one thing, we're actually inside an active volcano instead of a scrapyard like in X1, so we got a cooler locale. Of course, grab onto this beetle, go for a little ride, and head up here, and what do you get? A sub-tank! Very cool. Now this beetle will keep ramming into the wall until he either gets you or explodes. Fortunately for you, you don't gotta worry about that, because you can just go in here. Okay, let's let you guys fire. Get hit anyway, because that's just how this game works sometimes. Don't go for that life, because you got Volcano Rising. Be careful, though, because we still got to pick up another upgrade in this stage, and there it is. We're gonna get hit by the lava. Yep. Okay, if this happens, we can quickly escape. Whew, and get that heart tank and leave with our lives. Nice. Now let's head over here. Watch out for the sinking platforms. And make our way... Oh. Sir. Sir. I appreciate it if you did not do that to me. Let's use that sub-tank that we have. Because otherwise we might regret it. Over here. Down here, bud. Thank you. Like I said, he will, for some reason, blow up automatically when he does that, but you don't gotta worry about that in another situation. Now, this room is where our first X-Hunter will be. Get the Bubble Splash ready, and let's go take him on. Don't even walk in, I guess, though, just glide. Yep, there he is. Violin, X, I shall crush you like a tin can. And he's not kidding when he says that this dude is all power. Those projectiles may not seem like much, but those are actually his weakest weapon. So it's honestly kind of glad. I'm honestly kind of glad that that's the thing he's hitting us with. If he hits us with that spike ball, though, we're in trouble. Yeah, I like that. That's unfortunate. Unfortunately, that puts us all the way back here. But honestly, in a way, that's kind of helpful for us. Sir. Thank you. Not only do we get to go into the fight with full health, but we actually have a little bit in reserve this time, so that's kind of nice. Now, the key to fighting this dude, I'd say, is mostly just dealing with the randomness of his spike ball. If you can deal with that, you'll be pretty much golden. Just be careful. But be warned, it does like to move randomly, so this thing can be pretty hard to deal with. Yeah, violence not easy as a result of this kind of thing happening. In fact, how many lives do we got? Okay, we got one in reserve. That's nice. I will say, if you game over against these guys, try not to do that, because if you do, they will leave the area for good, and you're pretty much screwed. Alright, let's head up here again. And again, the hardest part about these guys is just making sure that you can avoid their attacks. I think Violent is probably the hardest of the three, that's why I wanted to get him out of the way first. Though if he decides to just jump like this, I will gladly take that. Is he stunned? Oh my god, he might be stunned. Oh my god, please. Nope, he's not stunned anymore, but that was pretty much all we needed. He's dead now. Ooh! It cannot be! Now the unification is in jeopardy! And he just leaves. Thankfully, we get zero part number 2. Okay, that was a bit stressful, but thankfully we got through that without much of a hassle. Nothing over here. The spin wheel is actually pretty useful for finding hidden items, so use it when you can. For now, though, we head down here. We are getting actually pretty close to the boss of this place as well, so you might want to try and fuel up on Bubble Splash if you used up a lot of that during the fight with Violin. Or if you went after any X-Hunter in this particular place, because for all I know, they didn't show up for you in this spot. It might have to have been someone else. Ow. Okay, can we get any weapon ammo, please? Anything? I'd very much appreciate a game. Nothing? Nothing. Well, we got a little bit. We can make this work. Flame Stag's not too hard of a boss fight, so I think we got this. There he is. For some reason, they picked a deer Maverick of all things for the fire boss, but I'm not complaining too much. He's a pretty fun fight, I'd say. Now he throws the fire. I believe he either drops back down, yep, and throws more fire, or does that dive. Or charge attack, I mean, sorry. Flame Stack here has a few different attacks he can do, but honestly, the easiest for us to deal with is the fireballs, because, well, he just tanked on the ground for that. He falls to the ground for that. Have him drop back down. Yep, and when he gets below half health, he drops blue fire now instead, and he gets much more aggressive. Watch out. He also moves way faster too, but he's not awful to say, I'd say. And there we go. Nice try, Flamestag. Maybe another time. And that's 4 Mavericks down, actually. We're halfway through the Mavericks. But we're still 2 X-Hunters away from getting all of Zero's parts. But enough of that, we got a weapon to get. Speed Burner. This one's pretty fun. It's a long-distance fire projectile. Not short range like the flamethrower from X1, but it's got its own uses in another way. Which we'll be seeing once we have the ability to charge our special weapons, once we find that upgrade. And where are you two going? Oh my god, that's actually perfect for me. Holy cow. I was honestly going to go off the beaten path a bit to go over to this Maverick over here, Overdrive Ostrich, because let's just say he has a body part for X, or armor upgrade for X, that is extremely important. And the fact that we actually have another Maverick, or X-Hunter that went over there is extremely useful for us. So we're going to do our best to try and get over there as soon as possible and take him out. But I think that will do it for X2 for this episode. I'll see you guys next time for hopefully Overdrive Ostrich, and I believe Morph Moth is the other boss? Yes, Morph Moth. I will see you guys then. Until next time, ice out.